Hi all memory superheroes. This lesson is for memory recall aspirants who want to learn faster and want to achieve maximum in their life by keeping all their limitations behind. I am your memory coach Shivu. Today on the show that is Wisdom from Experts, we have Luke Trappel from Portugal. If I have to tell you about him, Luke Trappel is a man whom we can say is someone who changed his life's direction. He was an ex-coal miner from Australia to taking mentorship from Bob Proctor or getting mentored by Bob Proctor. And he's currently living in Portugal. Luke has a truly amazing journey to share. He now works with others who want to live a life with more freedom. He's a life coach specializing in mindset change. So let's welcome Luke on the show. Hi, Luke.
Hi, Dickett. How are you?
All well, all well. So I've read your introduction, and then I just want to know, you have a completely change your life, isn't it?
It's a big life change for me.
Okay.
I come from Australia. I was a coal miner for 17 plus years.
Okay.
Felt during that time very unfulfilled, very feeling of something more, but I didn't know where it was or what it was. That was a big change. And then at the age of 40, I made that change and started to look from within instead of the external world to what I wanted.
Great. So with your permission, I want to start with our interview. Is it okay if I'll ask first question?
By all means.
Okay, thank you. So my first question is, what's one thing you wish you had known when you began your career? When you started your career, if you would have known this thing, all the thing would have been better. Yeah.
What I would say, the thing that I wish I knew was that it had to come from within the body and the feeling of it, not just trying to work it out in my head.
Right.
There was a lot of times there where I was like learning stuff and it would just be stuck in the mind. It would be like, and then I would be, I know this, I mentally know it, but I wasn't feeling it. So that was something that I wish that I had have picked up a lot sooner at the beginning of. It has to be felt.
Great. So if you would have known yourself better, it wouldn't have taken this much time, right?
Very much so.
Yes.
Very much. It's a part of the process, because I was stuck like with my mindset. It was all, math problems and very physical problems. So you used your brain to work things out.
Right.
Then when I was going through this transition of change, I was still trying to use the brain, and the feelings would be left to the side a little bit. So it wasn't until that it all come together and it was actually coming from within me, not just me thinking my way through it, that's when the change really, really took hold, and I started to open up. So it's like one of my favorite things is the cup.
Yeah.
When you pour it in and it's already full, it just all pours out over the side. But if your cup's always empty, you're always filling up. So
true.
I heard this before, but it didn't work for me. Like the cup was still full. So it wasn't until I was able to empty the cup, and by emptying the cup, that means that that's coming from within you, not trying to think your way out of it.
Unloading and loading again. Yes, right. Great. Yeah. So with this, the second question is, what is your biggest failure, or I should say, the biggest learning, and what did you learn from it? If you have to tell that this is something which have stopped you, stuck you before, then you break that out and came out and become a stronger person, a person who you are today.
Again, it really is. It comes from within. And by saying that, I had a feeling of what I wanted to do, but then I started listening to other people, because as we are going through changes, we start to talk to different people, and we think, oh yeah, this person knows what they're talking about. I'm going to follow their advice. And then someone else comes along and you're like, oh, that's a good thing. I'll listen to what they've got to say and what they're going to do. So you try to take in all that information, and then you're trying to, I was trying to incorporate it all. And again, I was still using the mind. And it took me away from what I actually wanted to do, because I was listening to other people and saying, you know, this is how you should do it. And this is the best way to do it. And this is how you're going to grow even quicker. But it wasn't for me. People were telling me, you should just concentrate on this one area that you want to talk to people about, where I'm not that type of person. I like to have all sorts of things coming at me, and I can, you know, can look left, right, and center and move. And then when I'm just looking to the right, it just all went horribly, horribly wrong. So coming back to myself and knowing what I want to do and following my way. I wish that was a big learning curve, because it did bring me, or I was stuck. I was very, very resistant to the changes that people were telling me, and I was, that's a big lesson that I have learned.
Following lot many people, following lot many people together is always something which will not give you a way. Getting a right mentor is definitely something which will make you free. With this, the third question is, third question is, what advice would you give someone wanting to pursue a career similar to yours? If you want to be in the coaching space like you, what one advice you will give to that person?
Rolls on from the previous question. If you want to get into the coaching world, you have to come from a place of service. I wasn't doing it for myself. Like, the change that I formed was for myself, because I wanted that. Now, for me to be able to coach other people on it, it's not about me anymore, it's about the people that want to change. So it's my experiences, my learnings is what I'm passing on. But I'm not going to change their life unless they want to change. So it comes from a place interested in becoming the coach and improving. It has to be from a place of service, not a place of, I'm the guru here, I'm going to lead you the way, because it doesn't work, and you won't have a long, successful career in it, because you're still all about me. So everything that comes from within me, I do for myself, and then it comes out of me to help other people.
Right, agree, very true. What are the best resources that have helped you along the way? Means there'll be some resources which definitely helped you to transforming yourself, because there's a actual transformation in yourself. So what are those resources?
What are look, there's resources everywhere. The best ones that I have for myself is my support team, which is my wife. She's a very, very useful resource for me. And the people that I interact with, they are the resources in this industry. As we mentioned in the intro, that I do study with Bob Proctor. I do follow his courses, and every day I'm doing something with I take Bob, the Tony Robbins. I'm enrolled to do Tony Robbins this weekend at one of his live virtual events. These are the resources. It's not so much the technical side of things, like when you're working online, like to learn how to get your message out. They're all learnable, and I don't really necessarily class them as the resources. The resources for me is what you are learning and who you are learning them from. So it's really just about making those connections with people that resonate with you, that talk to you. So I love reading Robin Sharma.
Okay.
I'm a big fan of the way that he phrases things. I'm a big fan of Tony Robbins. These people resonate with me. That's how the message gets to me. For others, it might be somebody else. So it's really just those resources, finding those ones that speak to you and that you really understand. They're your resources.
Yes, definitely. So, who are the three people? You have to name only three people who have been most influential to you. Like you have said, these are your resources. So, if you have to name three people in your life who has actually changed your life, so whom you can name? Who could be those three people? Yeah.
Number one at the top of the list is my wife. My wife, Aura. She's the one who opened up my world in the first place. When we first met, we were actually, I'll do it quickly, but I was looking for a way to supplement my income so I could retire earlier from my mining life. And I met Aura and we made a connection, and she started asking me those questions of, why are you planning or trying to change something so you can get a couple of years off your mining life? Why aren't you trying to do things now? So she's got the ball rolling really for me and got that idea in my head that, I can actually, don't have to wait another 10, 15, 20 years. And then the other two, it's Bob Proctor.
Okay.
Listening to him every day has been, I understand what he's saying.
Right.
So that's been a really, really big thing for me.
Yes.
And the other mentor, I'm going to put in Robin Sharma because his words really resonate with me also.
Okay.
It's the way that you connect with words or with people speaking that enables that growth. So they will be my top three people that I give credit for and say that you have really helped me along with this growth.
They definitely have that capacity to change your life. Even your wife, if you have a good woman beside you, definitely it can change your life. I'm completely agree with this. The next question is, what is one common myth? There'll be many myths, but then one common myth about your profession or field that you want to debug, that this myth does not exist in the coaching space at all. It is not there, but then also people means it is something which is stopping people from doing that. Yeah.
I find a common myth for life coaches that people that don't know what life coaching is, and they think that my life is so great, now I'm going to teach you how to live your life.
Right.
And that's not what it's about. That is a myth that I come up against. Like, oh yeah, so your life's so great, so now you're going to tell me how to live my life? Who are you? It's like, no, it's not. That's not what it is. It's not at all. Like, I'm just going to help you to enhance your life.
Yes.
Your life's your life. So that's a myth that comes up quite often when people ask you about life coaching. Oh, so you teach other people how to live? No, I don't.
Everybody has their different story, different challenges, and you have to take care it accordingly, right? Agreed.
Yeah, and that's where it all comes in, because it's about how you face those challenges. Like, do they stop you? Do you run through them? What are you feeling? And just understanding how true mindset works.
Right.
A lot of people don't have that thing, but that's not really a myth. The more of the myth is, you're going to tell me how to live my life.
Yeah, agreed. Yes.
No.
Next question is, where can our listeners and viewers connect with you online? If they want to take your services, want to find you, want to connect with Luke, where they can find you?
Look, I mainly work in the social media
Okay.
platform. I haven't got a website.
Mhm.
It's not something that I feel that I need to
Yeah.
have just now. Maybe one day when I've got lots of different things that I can offer people. But at the moment, due to the fact that I really only work with one-on-one people,
Okay.
my Facebook page, which is my name, Luke Trappel.
Mm-hmm.
I have a group on a Facebook group where we talk with others, which is called Creative Freedom.
Mm-hmm.
And my Instagram, which is freedom.coach. That's
Okay.
the two best ways. There's a couple of links in the Facebook area to get to different places. But yeah, Facebook and Instagram, they are where I am mainly.
Mm-hmm. And that's the best place to hang around, understand people, and you can bring people there, and you can talk to them. Yes, definitely. Social media is somewhere where people are actually gathering. They're coming to discuss their problems. So if you are there, it definitely will help people. Yeah. With this, we have reached to the we have reached to the last question, and that is the most important one. Luke, what can change in your life if you become completely free from all the limiting beliefs? If you have no limiting beliefs, nothing is to stop you. How is going to be your life? How your life will look like?
It would look like pure bliss.
Yeah. No limiting beliefs. Nothing is stopping you. Sorry. Yeah.
No limiting beliefs would be just absolutely pure bliss. It would be, you would be that high human being that we're all meant to be. Like, to put it in terms so people would understand, it would be like being the monk, a monk up in the hills. They seem to have this no limiting beliefs, no problem, and they live just in absolutely harmony and in peace. There is nothing that really bothers them ever.
Right.
And that would be ridding yourself of all limiting beliefs.
Yeah, I agree.
Unfortunately, here in our world,
yeah,
you think that you're working on your limiting beliefs, and then there are always sneaky little buggers like that. They do pop up that you don't even know that you've had, but by starting to identify your limiting beliefs, you start eliminating them.
Right.
And then the ones that you don't even know about, you can spot, and you go, "There's one right there." Yeah. But to live in absolute peace and harmony and bliss, that would be the ultimate goal.
Yeah, agreed. So you looks like a true follower of Robin Sharma, because you talk about monks, you talk about his habits. Definitely. Yeah, and limiting beliefs, if you are free from limiting beliefs, your life is totally a bliss. I completely agree with that point. Yeah, but Luke, with this, we have reached to the end of this interview. And thank you for your time from your busy schedule. You have come to our show. You have shared your valuable thoughts, valuable insights with our listeners and viewers. That is definitely going to help them. So thank you very much. Thank you for your time. Yeah. Thank you, Luke.
Thank you, Dixon.
Yeah.
It's been much appreciated. It's been a great interview. I've loved every moment of it. Yeah. And thank you for everyone for listening.